Hi everyone, welcome back to the Ghost of Sparta, and today we'll continue our way through Crete. And the episode should hopefully be a little bit more interesting than the previous. I know my commentary was a bit lacking. But first things first, before we leave the water, we can grab this red chest here. So at the moment the game really is just chucking every single red orb it can at you. I'm quite surprised by the amount of red chests I've seen. But our main objective was to pick up that key which we needed for one of the doors near Athena's statue.
Who goes there?
And also this gate there. But we can go up here and have a chat with a soldier.
Hold fast, Dominus. We've won the battle. Hold fast.
What happened here?
We have angered them. The gods. They sent a message to all who defy their glory. But we survived. Spared us. She...
Who spared you?
The daughter. A message to the ghost of Sparta. The labor begins. Death awaits the ghost. We'll never get the skull. The skull.
I am coming for you, brother.
So, due to Kratos' pattern of ignoring every single warning by the gods, things aren't looking up for the rest of the soldiers in his army. But for now we can fight these dudes who've got shields, and the only way to take them down is to use Thera's Bane. And the second we get rid of the shields, they suddenly become a lot quicker, and they can be on your case a hell of a lot more. But these ones aren't too bad. I mean, you've got slightly less time to time your parries, but it's easy to tell with a blue glow. And if you really want, I mean, it's easy enough to just take on one enemy at a time and just destroy one shield at a time, because it just keeps one moving enemy slowly then. Which was what I used when I played the game on hard mode, because I just found it a lot easier to take one dude down at a time rather than having lots of quick people after you who can just seriously do so much damage to you at this point in the game. And these barriers are a bit slow to deactivate. But if we head through here we can head further into the burning crate. And I didn't notice that person fall out the window until I started editing this video. So that was a surprise for me. But as you can see, there's some stony people, so it looks like there'll be a Gorgon coming up. And we've got some annoying birds again. But luckily these ones only dive into you rather than flying up in the air and landing on your head, which makes them easy to parry, but you can still just insta-take them down, which is what I prefer to do. But we can nearly upgrade our Theros Bane, which I managed to do this video. And I lied about the balancing. It does actually come up a few more times, and I think it's just Chains of Olympus when it just happens at the beginning of the game. I don't mind the balancing. It sort of gives you a chance to be a bit more slower and take your time a bit with the game. And I was trying to decide which way was the right way, but here we have another special chest. Now we can start upgrading our magic again. And we're greeted with an armoured Cyclops. He looks pretty cool with all of his armour on, but the standard tactics is just plant the charge. And he's just as easy as the normal Cyclops is. Even if there's one bit of armour left, you still won't be able to damage him properly. There's no particular place where you can hit him, it'll just block any damage. But the charges give you some breathing room when it's done, when it knocks him back. So you can just take him down incredibly easily. And now we can just quick time event him to death. And that gives us enough to upgrade our Theros Bane now. And it's a nice improvement. It's more powerful. And it charges back up more quickly, which I think is just as good because it means you can use it more often. And I'm not sure if it affects the delay when it's completely emptied. I've never bothered to check that. I don't know if anybody else has. And we get a return of the circular stairway loading screen things, which I always like looking at, and there's not many of them in this. So here you just literally just don't even bother trying to climb past them. You might as well just jump down and take them down as quick as possible. And really about it, I mean, it's not hard, this part. There's just a couple of waves of them. But we're rewarded anyway with having 2 big old chests down here. And we've nearly upgraded our Theros Bane meter. And unfortunately they burn to death. And this is another insta-death area, so if you don't make the jump, then that's it. And we're greeted by some soldiers and a Minotaur. A non-armoured one this time. So this room is nice and easy. So if you're looking at the the fire meter that is just going up just as quickly, and the Minotaur's getting more damage done to it, as is the normal guards. So that upgrade there, along with the blades, is so useful. There's literally no point in upgrading any magic till later on, until everything else, like your blades, are done. And I seem to have no ability at saving the game. I'm trying to grab instead. I'm in the Heraclean Forum now, which is pretty much destroyed. And there's the Gorgon. They finally turn up. And they're even bloody easier. I mean, look how quick they freeze each other. It's pretty crazy how quick it happens on this. It seems to take a lot longer than the other games. But that's what you're better off doing, just trying to bait it into freezing the other. Makes everything a lot quicker. And as you can see there, the wind up for that move is like really noticeable, so I was able to parry that pretty well. Can't go through that door, so the only way is through this locked door. And we've got more balance in here. And I think I accidentally took the right path on the first go, because when you're walking along here, the parts of it do collapse. And I somehow managed to get it right the first time. Go. Nice little lull there before we carry on. And really is a lot of breakables around here. And we get a proper puzzle now. And which I actually managed to cock up considerably well, because I get a bit too eager and forget about the first half of the puzzle. Because what you're supposed to do is not this. Because the gate is locked on the other side. But I've decided to speed it up a bit. Even though the block pushing's quicker in this game, it's still quite a trial to watch. So we can open this now. And then push the block through now on the other side. Because the floor's cracked, like it was when the Cyclops broke through the floor. Well, through the door and made us go through the floor. But if we push it all the way over here, we get a couple more chests. And it's always good to try and make sure you're pushing block because it only goes quicker that way. Pulling it or going sideways never makes it go quicker. So, just jump down there. Heading towards the screen as usual, just make sure there's nothing there.
What fools! What fools! And you, the biggest fool of all, Kratos. The ghost of Sparta, the slayer of Ares, and now, the destroyer of Atlantis. You should take heed, Spartan. The destruction of Poseidon's kingdom will not bode well on Olympus.
I care little for the gods.
And yet you walk beside them.
I did not ask for the throne of Ares.
You were given the honor to walk among the gods, and yet you spit on it like it was dirt.
The gods can keep their honor. I wish only to find my brother.
Ah, yes, the other one. Try if you must, but you will not succeed. You will never find him. And in the wake of your destruction, you have sunk the only path to your salvation. This is all that awaits you at the end of your journey.
Not before I find Deimos.
Be wise, my son, and turn back now. Do not seek the domain of death.
So, Gravedigger's back to give us a bit of advice. And I think that's about it when he shows up. Quite like the Gravedigger. He's sort of interesting. But we've finally grabbed the key, and we can go and open some doors now. And this one isn't a one-use key like the others, like the automaton gear. So somehow Kratos fits her in his pocket. And these are some skeletons, and these skeletons are actually pretty easy. They attack pretty slowly, and you always want to be making sure you're trying to explode their bodies really as much as you can. Because like I say, I mean, these take time to kill rather than doing much else, so if you manage to knock him back like that, you can just wait for him to get back up, and then make sure you've just planted a charge on him. And I'm just trying to parry here to no luck. But we can do that, which is a pretty fun grab move. Just Kratos swinging his leg around as he's dead. And we incinerate the skeleton there, although this one just keeps going. But for that insta takedown, it's good to so you can flatten them and get a bit more space if you are getting overwhelmed. And he's down. And that's about it for this video. Next one we should hopefully be opening all those doors with that key. So see you next time.